Ever wondered why you do certain things without even realizing it? Welcome to the fascinating world of unconscious human behavior. We perform countless actions each day without giving them a second thought. We're like well-oiled machines, ticking along, driven by impulses and instincts honed over millennia. Take yawning, for instance. Did you know it's contagious? When we see someone else yawn, our brain triggers us to do the same. It's an automatic response deeply ingrained in our social fabric. There's a similar phenomenon with laughter. Ever found yourself laughing just because everyone else in the room is? That's your brain's way of bonding and fitting in with the group. It's a survival tactic, a relic from our days as tribal creatures. These behaviors are just the tip of the iceberg. Our minds are brimming with intriguing quirks and subtle gestures, many of which we're barely conscious of. Now that you are aware of these unconscious behaviors, let's explore some more. Did you know that humans are natural imitators? This fascinating truth about our species is rooted in our psychological makeup. We are constantly, often unconsciously, mirroring the behaviors, expressions, and actions of those around us. Let's delve into this a bit more. Picture this. You're in a conversation with someone who has a distinct accent, and before you know it, you're subtly mimicking their accent. This isn't mockery, it's the power of imitation at work, helping us to connect and communicate better. Now, think about a person you really like. Notice how you naturally mirror their body language. This is another classic example of imitation. Our brains are wired to do this, creating an invisible bond of empathy and understanding. Imitation is not just a form of flattery, it's an essential part of our social interactions, helping us blend in and establish connections. Imitation is indeed a powerful behavior, but did you know there are more behaviors that you do without realizing? Scene script. Are you ready to discover more fascinating behaviors that you probably weren't aware of? Let's start with something many of us have experienced. Walking into a room and completely forgetting why we're there. This is known as the doorway effect. It's believed that our minds use physical boundaries, like a doorway, to compartmentalize and file away information. So when you cross the threshold of a door, your brain might just decide to close the file on what you were previously thinking about, causing you to forget why you entered the room. Ever look at a bright light and suddenly feel the urge to sneeze? This is called the photic sneeze reflex, or more humorously, sun sneezing. Scientists aren't exactly sure why it happens, but they believe it's due to a mix-up in the brain's wiring. The optic nerve, which senses light, and the trigeminal nerve, which triggers sneezes, are located close together in the brain, so a strong light stimulus might accidentally trigger a sneeze. Finally, let's talk about autopilot mode. Ever drive or walk to a familiar location and realize you don't remember the journey? That's your brain on autopilot. This happens because our brains are excellent at automating repetitive tasks. It's a way for the brain to save energy. When you're doing something familiar like driving home from work, your brain doesn't need to consciously process every little detail, so it switches to autopilot, allowing you to perform the task without really thinking about it. These behaviors might seem strange, but they're actually a testament to the brain's incredible complexity and efficiency. From compartmentalizing information to automating tasks, our brains are constantly working behind the scenes to help us navigate our daily lives. Isn't it amazing how much our brains do without us even realizing it? It's amazing how our brains work, isn't it? We've journeyed through the fascinating world of unconscious human behaviors, seen how potent the power of imitation can be, and explored some truly intriguing actions we humans carry out without even realizing it. We've discovered that from the moment we wake up till we retire for the night, our brains are constantly executing a multitude of tasks on autopilot. We've looked at how we unknowingly mirror the actions, emotions, and even accents of those around us, a testament to our inherent social nature. We've also delved into some extraordinary unconscious behaviors that make us uniquely human. These include our instinctive reactions to fear, the subconscious signals we send out when attracted to someone, and even the subtle ways we communicate our status and confidence. So, the next time you catch yourself doing any of these things, remember, it's just your fascinating brain at work.